Hello, today we're doing a get ready with me. Let's just dive right in. So if you're new to this channel or new to me, some of the products, because we're doing a drugstore get ready with me, some of the products that I'm going to use are L'Oreal, and I think some of them are ColourPop, Physicians Formula, products that I've bought in the past that are from brands that I'm taking a break on. I'm not really buying from right now, but excuse that. But I'm going to use them just because I have them and I might as well use them up. So I'm going to start with my primer, the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer. And I'm probably going to speed through like my foundation and brows just because that's not so interesting. But for foundation, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in Porcelain. I haven't used this in a long while. And as you can see, this foundation is far too light for me, although my neck is a lot lighter than my face right now. So I guess it kind of matches my neck. Quickly go over that with the sponge. Now for brows, I'm going to use two of the products that I talked about in my last video, or my last favorites video. I'm going to use the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim like eyebrow pencil, and I'm going to use the Annabelle Brow Fiber Gel. I use the shade Soft Brown in the Maybelline pencil and Light Medium in the Annabelle. And I'm probably just going to speed over this as well because brows are never interesting. Couple products that are not drugstore just because I don't have drugstore versions of them. One of them is my eyeshadow primer. I use the SMARS the NARS Smudge Proof eyeshadow base, and I just know that there's nothing better than this, so why would I even bother buying anything else, I guess, for videos like this. But this is just what I got, and then I'm just gonna quickly conceal the insides of my eyes before I do my eyeshadow. And I'm a bitch that sets her eyeshadow down, so I'm going to just set down my primer with my face powder. So I'm very excited for this. I actually have a new eyeshadow palette. This was on sale, so I bought it impulsively, as so many of my purchases are. But it's the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. This is Phoenix. A lot of really warm tones, which I love. And this also really reminds me of ColourPop Good Sport, like a lot. I'm almost positive this is like almost a dupe of the Color Store. I haven't swatched them out together, but you have like the reds, you have even this green, a deeper purple, yellows, like it's pretty similar. So I'm just going to do a look. I'm not going to do anything revolutionary. What am I going to do? So I'm just going to tell you the shades that I'm going to use, and then I'll just do it so I don't have to keep checking back. I'm gonna use this yellow, and then I'm gonna use these two deeper purples to deepen things up. On my lid, I'm not totally sure what I'm gonna use. I think I might use this like rose gold shade down here, and then on my lower lash line, I think I'm gonna take one of these two like really bright reddy orange shades. And I might just do one eye just because I feel like my eyeshadow slash makeup takes me so long that no matter what, these videos are always like super long, and then I just speed through the rest of my face. So let me know if you like prefer me to just talk about what I have to talk about while I'm doing like basically my eyeshadow and then just quickly finish up the rest of my face at the end, or if you prefer like to see like me do my entire face on camera. Like, just let a hoe know, because I have no idea. And I feel like I watch people's get ready with me's and I'm like, okay, like where are they editing things out? Like what are they doing that it's not a 48-minute long video? Because I think I just take like a while to do my makeup. But if you guys like me to do both eyes on camera, let me know. This is uncharted territory. Anywho, that's not what we're here to talk about. I've also never used NYX shadows before, so it's a first impressions as well. I have little to no expectations. I don't think I've heard super great things about their shadows, but I couldn't say no to this color story, especially on sale. But I feel like their shadows normally are pretty expensive. But yeah, I feel like I haven't done a get ready with me or talked to you guys in so long. Probably not since like the summer. And I also don't know if I'm too far away, just so I don't have to like zoom in and out, because I do like go back and forth between like my eyes and my face and stuff. I just thought I'd be a little bit farther away today because it's less about being super zoomed into my eyes and more about just spending time together, you know? Anyway, yeah, I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in so long, so I thought I would just do a little catch up. I haven't been uploading as consistently recently. I think I've talked about this briefly, but I have been going into the field, to my field site, so I'm able to do like actually collect data for my thesis, because I am in the second year of my master's and I would like to be done by this coming spring or summer. So if I couldn't collect data this summer, then that would really just be very bad. So I'm so grateful that I've been able to do that. I'm lucky because my field work is like in the region that I live in. I don't have to travel to another country or province or anything, so thank God, because I honestly feel so much for anyone who has field work like that you have to travel long distances for, because that would just suck so much. But yeah, so I've been really lucky. So basically, because of COVID, we don't have a very strict schedule with our field work, and so I kind of just have to be able to like leave whenever. And so because I'm trying to like film videos and also be semi-productive after my summer of basically doing nothing, I just don't have the time or like foresight to pre-film things. So yeah, I mean, I feel like people probably aren't that mad about it, but I always feel like could have uploaded a video and I didn't. Anyway, also because I've been filming, well, a lot. I filmed 2 videos where I do 3 looks using like multiple palettes or one palette, and I've honestly been loving them. Like truly, I feel like I've been actually thriving, and they do take me a while to film. Like they take me a full 3 days to film plus then editing, and because I do have so much footage, they take me a little bit longer to edit. Not like super long, but definitely a little bit longer, but I don't even care. Like I don't know what it is, but I really love doing them. And it seems like people have generally been enjoying them, so that makes me happy as well. But so yeah, like let me know if you like them. I mean, also let me know if you hate them. I also want to know that. But I feel like it's just because, number one, I think I just love doing my makeup on camera. Like I like filming talking videos as well, but I just feel like my heart really lies in doing my makeup and eyeshadow on camera. Just because at the end of the day, that's what I like to do, is just sit down and like do my makeup and just enjoy makeup. Obviously there's like many layers to makeup and I'm not like denying that. But that is why I started this channel, is to just like enjoy makeup and connect with people who also do. So I think that's why I love it so much. Also, I feel like it just forces me to be more creative with my eyeshadow. Instead of doing like the same looks I always do. Not that I really feel that pressured, but it's also like kind of pushes me out of my comfort zone a little bit, you know? So I don't, you know, I switch things up. So it's not the most boring video in the world. And also let me know if there's any other like palettes or combinations of palettes that you would like me to film with, because I've really been, like I said, enjoying them, and it's been fun to like go through my collection, revisit old palettes. I feel like also that's a fun aspect of it as well. I don't know how much people care necessarily about that, but I like doing it. So far these shadows are actually pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. They're performing pretty well. They're not the most pigmented shadows in the world, I'm not gonna lie to you about that, but they're building up pretty well. And I guess I'm just gonna cut my crease. I originally wasn't going to do this, but the concealer's out, so, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to talk while I do this, I'm not gonna lie. I feel so far away from the mirror. All right, crease is cut. I feel like my eyes are gonna turn out the most uneven. I have a difficult enough time like making them even on a good day, so we'll see about that. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, 3 looks, 1 or 2 palette videos. I've been enjoying that. Yeah, so also that's another reason that I haven't been uploading as much, but you know what, that's okay. That's okay. What have you guys been up to? I'd love to know. Are you going back to work? Are you just like fully converted to working remotely? I used to think that I was really good at working from home, because I was like all throughout my undergrad I worked from home. Like I did my homework at home, and like I only went to libraries during the day when I was like on campus and stuff. But now I feel so incredibly unproductive. Like it's actually insane. Yesterday I sat at my desk like all day, but I barely got anything done. I'm a TA, so that's like a job for me. So I do those duties. If any of my employers are watching, which they're likely not, hopefully not, but I do those. Those are like my priority, obviously, of tasks throughout the day. But like doing like my thesis work has been a struggle. It's been not the best. And I would love to hear other people tell me that it's also not the best for them because I want to feel less alone. Like, please tell me that it's not just me that has incredibly like unproductive days, because it's been a time. And you guys, for my Black Owned Indie brand this month for October, I have a very exciting brand, a very exciting eyeshadow palette. that is coming my way and thus your way. I'm so excited. I feel like everyone is going to judge me because of past comments that I've made, but I'm very excited. Let me know if you guess it right. But, okay, I'm just gonna say it. This one-way conversation between us is gonna be very all over the place. But I will say being stuck at home has allowed me to be able to film videos, which normally I wouldn't because I'd just get up, go to work. Then I'd probably have to like come home or whatever and then film videos, which is what I was trying to do and not really succeeding at pre-pandemic. So that is one thing that I'm counting as a small blessing. But also another indication that I haven't been as productive. But I'm trying to, you know, give myself a little bit of leeway and not be so concerned with being like uber productive all day, every day, you know? And you know what? I'm actually pretty pleasantly surprised by these eyeshadows. Like I said, I had like pretty much no expectations. I didn't really expect much from them because I haven't heard like amazingly great things, but they're pretty good. Like I said, not super pigmented, but you can build them up a little. Then I'm just going to use the highlighter that I'm going to use for my face. It's the Milani Instant Glow Powder and 01. Strobelight Instant Glow Powder, I think in the shade Afterglow. I think that's the name of it. Alright, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do for my top eyeshadow. So I guess I'm just going to hop off camera, do my other eye, like the top part of my other eye, and then we'll rejoin. I'm back. Oh, and I look so much like a ghost. Okay, so let's try to finish this face up so I look a little more alive. I'm going to use the same Maybelline Fit Me concealer that I've been using recently. I also talked about this in my recent favorites video. This is the shade 10. Again, a little bit deep for me, like just a touch, but kind of balances out how pale my foundation is, even though I think it actually kind of matches me now. I've lost any tan that I had. Oh, recently I attended virtually a I guess like a panel, like talk hosted by Monique Melton. I would really encourage you to go and follow her on Instagram, listen to her podcast. I gave her a shout out. Go support her. I have been loving her podcast and content, and this is the first class that I've done. And it was on the intersection of diet culture and racism. So incredibly eye-opening. The fact that like diet culture is so rooted in white supremacy was something that I never really even connected before. It was very eye-opening. I'm not going to talk a lot about it here because I don't want to like take away from her work and the panelists' work. I'll leave all their Instagram handles down below. I'm just going to use a little bit of the NARS concealer, NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer on some pimps that I have. But yeah, no, unpacking diet culture and like thinking about diet culture and trying to move away from it is something that has like recently kind of been on my radar and that I'm still learning about, and then just how racism is so embedded in that is something that has just been super powerful to me. And like I said, I would strongly encourage you to go support her work. You can purchase the replay on her website because it was a live class, but she has the replay available. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. Am I filming? Yes. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder now, just under my eyes and also my chin and my forehead. I'm also going to be starting lab work probably beginning of November, likely. So that is going to take up a lot of my time, I think. So we'll see how my filming goes. I might just have to shift to like weekends or nights again, but we'll see. I have to do incubations of peat samples for CO2 and methane because I was gonna say, if you don't know, which I'm sure no one does, but my master's thesis is basically on carbon emissions, so carbon dioxide and methane emissions from peatlands, but specifically peatlands that have been drained. I'm sure this is not actually that interesting to anyone, but I like talking about it. But yeah, basically people drain peatlands that are naturally like waterlogged ecosystems so they can harvest the peat. And so I work in measuring the carbon emissions to see how the draining of the peat and the harvesting process potentially could affect the greenhouse gas emissions into the atmosphere from that like specific area. And now I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer and Reserve Your Cabana just all over my face. And I just used the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder all over my face as well. I'm going to do my lower lash line now. I'm going to use a red shade. Now though, it's getting to the point where my master's is like, the end is, I don't want to say it's near, but it's like I can see the finish line, like I'm kind of over halfway done, and I have to think about like what I want to do after, and it's terrifying. I feel like I don't want to do my PhD because it's a lot of work and a lot of time commitment, especially if you don't want to go into the field of academia, which I really don't know that I do right now anyway. So I know I also feel like I have like no qualifications for like any normal job, so I'm kind of just like at a loss. And now I'm just taking the purple that I used in my crease and deepening up the lower lash line. I also want to say, I also feel like it sounds dumb to be like my heart goes out or whatever, but I just want to say like my heart goes out to the Mi'kmaq community in Nova Scotia, who is just undergoing the most incredible racism right now, in terms of their fishing rights for lobster fishing. There's no entertainment on this channel that it's not acts of like blatant disgusting racism, so if you're gonna try to like come here and fight me on that, that's not up for discussion. But it's just racism is alive and well in Canada, my friends. And I just want to say that here on this channel we are in support of the Indigenous population of Nova Scotia. I'm gonna use the same highlighter that I used on my brow bone from Milani and just pop that in my inner corners. Okay, now moving on to the face. This is another product that is not drugstore. This is the Kevyn Sculpting Powder in medium. I don't know what to say other than I don't have a drugstore version of this, and I apologize. For my bronzer, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I haven't used this in a while. And going through my bronzers, I realize I don't actually have that many. I feel like I've run out of things to say, mainly because my life is not that interesting, but I would love to hear about your guys' lives. What are you doing? What are you up to? What is quarantine like where you are? Are you like basically free to be now? Or are you still stuck inside? We just got put back in a red zone here, so we basically aren't allowed to see like friends or socialize. We can still like go in stores, but restaurants are closed and social activities essentially are banned right now. I think the government is just trying to like not put us in a full lockdown again, but people are just having parties, so we're being punished, rightfully so. Not that I've been going to parties, let it be made very clear. But I think those university students. I'm gonna spray my face using the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. I'm gonna highlight my face now using the same Milani highlighter that I've been using on my eyes. And I feel like this look just goes to show you don't need a ton of expensive makeup to get a really pretty makeup look at all. What shows or movies have you guys been watching? Just tell me all about your lives. My girlfriend well, it's a lie. She didn't force me to start watching This Is Us, but we kind of just started. And it's not really my type of show. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild's Coloricon blush and keep it peachy. But I have been enjoying it. We've been watching The Vow on Crave. That's been quite a ride. I don't know how else you can watch it if you're in the States, but in Canada we have Crave. Oh, we've been watching Love Island. What else? Glee, which, let me tell you, does not age well. I used to be the biggest Glee fan when I was in like grade 9 and 10, and now I'm like, oh my god. None of these jokes land. Not that they should have ever landed, but yikes. Oh, The Haunting of Bly Manor, which is just so good. I don't like it as much as the original Haunting of Hill House because it's the second season of The Haunting of Hill House. A totally unrelated story, but my girlfriend hated the ending. I liked the ending, but I'm not going to give away any spoilers. Definitely not as scary though, because I'm a huge horror movie person and it was not scary to me at all. But I did think the original Haunting of Hill House was scary. I'm going to quickly put on some freckles. I'm going to use, or attempt to use, a brown. The brown in this palette, I think it's going to be an okay freckle shade. So I'm just going to quickly pop some of those on. I feel like I'm in a little cave. This room is so dark. It's raining outside. It's just like one bright light. And then like my desk is like shrouded in darkness. Okay, that's basically it. I'm going to quickly jump off camera. I'm going to do liner and lashes. And then I'm just going to show you what I'm going to put on my lips. And then we'll be done. I'm back. My eyeliner is super bad. But we're going to ignore it because the video is almost finished. So on my lips, I'm going to use the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink liquid lipstick in the shade 65 Seductress. This used to be like my #1 go-to lipstick. Alright, and that concludes this Get Ready With Me. Hopefully I had somewhat of a cohesive line of thought. It was nice just to talk to you guys again. I feel like I haven't like actually properly had a good sit down where, you know, we chatted. We caught up, we updated each other in our lives. So I would love to hear what's going on with you. What products are you loving? What are you doing? What TV shows have you been watching? Etc. I really enjoyed this NYX palette. I will continue to use it. and update you, of course. And I'm not gonna zoom out. I'm just gonna sit right here with you and just conclude. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you'd like to see from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye. Good thing I have none of my products ready. Oh my god. Do I say that in every single video? Yes, I do.